Hi guys, how you doing today? I trust you are doing very well where you are watching this episode 1 for the love of cars. Now, these videos that we're bringing to you, I hope they are helpful to you, especially the guys that are planning to change a car, that are planning to buy their car, their first car. Now, this video is for first-time car owners. Yes, first-time car owners. And I want us to talk about cars that are not friendly for you. If you have not bought a car ever and you are planning to buy your first car, I'd like to inform you that if you're going to buy a car, I do pre-purchase inspection. Now, if you want someone to help you make the right decision for your car, want someone to advise you, you don't really have to hire me for inspection, but you can pay me to advise you. That's also an option. And then I advise you on how best to go about your purchase. You can call my office on the number 0760-045-116. And yeah, I charge for consultations though. Now, cars that are not very friendly for first-time car owners. And before we begin, let me make this absolutely clear. I'm not saying these cars are bad. Some of these cars are actually very good cars. Yeah, they are very, very good cars. Some are powerful. Yeah, some are very comfortable, some are very fuel saving, some are very respected. Some cars are cars that people dream of buying. But a first-time car owner needs a car that is forgiving. Like the first phone you held. You remember the first phone you held? How many times did you drop it? My first pair of glasses, they got crooked and I tried to fix them and I broke them. Now I can't do it. I have to take it to the professionals. Remember how you handled your first everything. Yeah? So a first-time car owner needs a car that is forgiving. A forgiving car is a car that does not punish you too badly when you are still learning ownership. Because owning a car is not just driving. It is servicing, it is fueling, it is repairing, it is diagnosing, it's buying tires, it's understanding warning lights, it's dealing with mechanics, yeah? It's knowing when a small problem is becoming a big problem. And for a first-time car owner, the learning process can be very expensive if you choose the wrong car. So today we are talking about cars that may be good or may not be good for first-time car owners. Welcome to the channel.
For the love of cars, Uganda, we roll.
So let's talk about car number 1. And this car, a lot of you guys, especially if you've not bought a car, you would be prone to buying it. It's the Forester XT, the Subaru Forester XT. Now, Subaru Forester XT is a turbocharged car. It's exciting. It has power. It has ground clearance. It has good road presence. It feels strong. Many people like it because it gives you your family practicality and performance in one package. Enough boot, legroom, headroom, yeah, speed. Your neighbors will know you have made it. You see, the Forester is turbocharged, and it being turbocharged might be a problem. It means maintenance is not the same as maintaining a Vitz, a Passo, a Primo, a Nua, a Wish. You must use the right oil. You must service on time. You must watch the cooling system. You must not ignore the leaks. You must not ignore the misfires. You must not turbocharge because the site can carry turbo. You must not ignore the smoke. Yeah, you must not people that understand turbos. The problem is many first-time car buyers or owners buy it because of power. All the things I've talked about, you guys forget. You forget. They say I want something strong. They say I want something with presence. I want something fast. I want something that is different from the Toyotas. And that's understandable. But power comes with responsibility. If you buy an XT and maintain it like you're maintaining a Vitz, you may suffer. If the turbo starts failing, the engine starts smoking, if it overheats, if it develops any misfires, the car will teach you very quickly that performance is not maintained by excitement. So the Forester XT is not a bad car, never. But for first-time car owners who are still learning, You're still learning car care, you're still learning discipline, you're still learning oil quality, you're still learning repairs, you're still learning budgeting, you get it's too demanding. And almost Subaru Forester may already need proper attention, but just imagine the XT. Toyota's are trouble. Can't you imagine Subaru? Subaru is already expensive. Can't you imagine buying a turbocharged Subaru?
For the love of cars, Uganda, we roll. From dusty roads to dreams we patrol. Review teams, we break it down. Helping every driver in.
And of course, there is another car that I think people are buying because it's cheap. Guess it. Guess it. Mark X. If people are buying Mark X because it's cheap, someone was asking me, hey Arthur, why is the Mark X too cheap? And I asked him, cheap compared to what? You see, the Toyota Mark X is another car that attracts many first-time car owners because it's very affordable. It looks serious, it has power, it is very comfortable, it feels premium, it gives you the big car vibes without going to full luxury cars like BMW or Mercedes-Benz. But you see, the Mark X is not always fuel friendly. And it's not always a friendly car. I know people that have sold it because of steering rack issues. People that sold it because of gearbox issues. People that sold it because of AC issues. People that sold it because of wiring issues. People that sold it because they flipped it. You see, a first-time car owner, you should understand that the Mark X is not an economy car. It has power. It has power, and because of that power, it means fuel will go. It also means the tires, the brakes, the suspension, the maintenance is going to be premium. You also need to understand that the Mark X on the market could have lived a very hard life. Someone wants to go to Google, they drive the Mark X. Because it's fast. Okay. Some of them were driven aggressively. Some of them have very serious accident history. Some of them have a tired suspension. Some of them have poor sprays because the gauges told me that their braid Mark X is really long. And for a first-time car owner, you'll find that it was also bought by a first-time car owner. They knocked, they scratched, they did all this damage, and they were poorly done. Some have cracked dashboard. Oh my God! What I go Mark X in the dashboard yet I go kuda mukola. Hey, and you understand that some of them have steering rack issues. You see, some of those Mark X's that you're looking at, that you're trying to buy, especially the cheap ones, were bought by people that wanted performance but did not maintain the performance car properly. So for the first time car owner, it can definitely be a problem. Fuel will start asking. Suspension will die. And by the way, let me tell you a story. I inspected the car for someone about 8 months ago. So yesterday, I inspected for him a second car. Now he was buying a Harrier. And he told me, Arthur, but I wanted to be honest with you, that Marcus disturbed me. And I asked him, how did it disturb you? You know, I spent 4 million. I asked him, 4 million where? He said, shocks, suspension, bichi. And I told him, I can count for you working on the entire suspension, buying all 4 shocks, and you would not even spend 1.5. And he said, auntie, you know, my mechanic would come and pick the car, take it, bring it back after he's done. I said, now I see. First time car owners, these cars can be used as a milking ground. They will milk you. They'll milk you properly. So, and sometimes when your mechanic starts telling you to take 2 million for this, 3 million for this, I want you to understand that maybe, just maybe he's cheating you, because even a brother, even a cousin can actually cheat you, because that's something they teach in year 1 of mechanical college. So, if you bought a bad unit, the repairs can come very quickly. But also if you bought a good unit with a bad mechanic, because this car is known to be a luxury car, the money will go very quickly. So the Mark X is a good car for someone who understands what they are buying. But for a first-time car owner who wants status and comfort, it can be a painful introduction to the car world, to car ownership. So do not buy a Mark X just because you want to arrive in style. Buy it only if you understand the maintenance that comes with it, the cost that comes with the style that it brings in your life. And also, guys, stop being cheated. Me, I'm tired of you being cheated, and then you come tell me when they already cheated you. But of course, the Love Cars Uganda app is coming. The cheating will stop. Genuine good mechanics will be there. Good spare parts dealers will be there. Now, the third category of cars that you guys should not buy as first-time car owners are old luxury vehicles. You see, when we talk about luxury cars, old luxury cars, we're talking about the BMW, there is a G-String, Mercedes-Benz, there is C190. We talk about the Range Rovers, the Golf 4s. Okay, Golf 4 is not there. The Touaregs, yeah? Some old Lexuses and Crown models. Those are luxury vehicles. Peugeot, yeah, Ford. These cars are very tempting. You find a car that once looked expensive and unreachable. Now it's being sold at a price close to a normal Japanese Toyota Chikumi. And you start saying, why am I buying a Vitz when the same money can the guy get me a C200? Eh? Why am I buying this old RAV4 when at half the money I can get the ML320? You start asking yourself those questions. You see the price, and first-time car owners, this is where you guys make the mistake. The price of the car may come down, but the maintenance and the repair costs will never come down. The electronics of a luxury car are still luxury. The suspension of a luxury car is still luxury. You need to understand that the parts, sensors of the ML320 are still sensors of the M. They'll never become the sensors of a Toyota Vitz. Their diagnosis still requires you to get a specialist person to diagnose. The parts will still be expensive. A first-time car owner may not yet know how to deal with the mechanics of these cars, the parts, the dealers, the scanners, warning lights, and the complicated faults. You guys need to understand this. So when an old luxury car starts giving you problems, it may become overwhelming. I've experienced it before. The car may not even be having a big problem. It may be having small problems. A sensor here, a suspension issue there, yeah? An ABS light, yeah, a window switch, suspension warning light. You get a gearbox hesitation, coolant leak, yeah? Small oil leak, battery drain, small things. Then each one looks small, but together, when they come together, it can become a lifestyle. You become thin. Yeah? So for a first-time car owner, an old luxury car is very risky. Unless you already know you have all the money to do that. The mechanics, yeah? The patience, the understand. You get to weight. You know why we call them weight loss programs? It's that luxury is nice, all nice. But luxury maintenance is not beginner friendly, not at all. Now, there is a car that is very popular, but you people don't want me to talk about it. Every time I talk about it, people tell me it's taking over. You go to Kenya, it is there. Yeah, Mazda CX-5. Not petrol. Let's talk about diesel. So let's talk about the Mazda CX-5 diesel and other modern diesel cars. Yeah? Every time I talk about the Mazda CX-5, you guys tell me it's taking over. Yes, it's taking over. But you need to understand that the Mazda CX-5 is one car that you and I might be admiring. Yeah? It looks modern. It's comfortable. It has presence. Yeah? It promises fuel economy. And for someone buying their first car, it can look like a perfect deal. Now, yay! Modern diesel cars are not always that simple. Diesel maintenance can be very expensive when things go wrong. I can tell you this. For the people that are already experiencing it, of course they cannot come out to tell us. Maintenance. You must think about injectors. Think about the turbo. Think about smoke. Think about the hard starting. Hey, someone I saw here, guy, in a Touareg, diesel on gate. Think about the oil quality that car is going to want. Think about the EGR and DPF where needed. Yeah? Where applicable. And of course, you must think about proper diagnosis. Of course, we'll have Kasiri, the engineer, at the convention to teach you more about diesel. on 29th August. Now, the problem with first-time car owners is that many only hear diesel saves fuel. And probably that's the only thing you know. Emoka diesel is saving amafuta. But you know, fuel saving is only useful when the diesel system is healthy. Whatever system ya amafuta yo, kasebela healthy amafuta ogenda kusema. Ne system ya amafuta wefa, it's the same thing that is happening with drones. If the injectors start disturbing you, the turbo has issues. If the car smokes, if it has warning lights, if it starts consuming oil, then the fuel saving disappears. What is your saving? This does not mean that every CX5 diesel is bad. And it doesn't mean that every diesel car is bad. It means that a first-time car owner should be very careful. Where you, Kavuma, na manyira, you, Hussein, ngambeni, tumwebaze. Yes, I know you have the money, but my brother, for us, we'll be there waiting in the corner to do a biganye diagnosis. A petrol version may be easier. All cars. I've seen a drone with petrol. I've seen a Hilux with petrol. So a petrol car might actually be, yes, they consume fuel, but they're easy to maintain. A petrol car may be easier for a beginner to understand and maintain. Diesel needs someone who knows what they are doing. So before a first-time car owner buys a diesel, they must ask themselves, one, who will maintain it? Can I afford it? Can I afford paying that person? Are the parts available? Is the engine healthy? If the injectors die or fail, you guys need to be asking this question. If you cannot answer these questions, then you as a first-time car owner, again, go to primo. Anti CX5 ya milioni nkaga mutane ya diesel. Kwata milioni nkaga mutano. Gendo ogule Kawono. Gendo ogule Vanguard. Gendo ogule RAV4. Guleze Moroka. Gula bajita bateno. Outlander. Buy all those cars that you can buy that are petrol. Or just top up 10 million and buy the CX5 petrol. Now, the other car that I am sure you guys, everyone is thinking of buying because of fuel prices is hybrid. First-time car owners. Now, hybrid is not really that problematic, but let's talk about some of the hybrids. Some of you guys have been asking me, and let me try to give you the order of how I think you guys should be buying the hybrids. Prius, Aqua, yeah? Axio, Auris if you find them, yeah? And then you could also buy the Fielder, the Honda Fit, the CHR, the Harrier, yeah? There are so many hybrids you could buy. Now, these cars can be very good, especially for fuel saving in traffic. A healthy hybrid can make a lot of sense in Kampala. I am telling you, I've seen it. But for a first-time car owner, a hybrid requires understanding. Who is buying your first car? You know, a normal car is you put petrol, you drive, you change oil. With a hybrid, we have extra parts. You see, you are not only buying a petrol engine, you are also buying a hybrid battery, the inverter, the battery cooling system. You're buying control modules. You're buying sensors. You get the mistake many people make is simple. You only hear fuel saving. They do not ask, is the hybrid battery healthy? Has the car been scanned properly? Was the battery repaired before? Is the cooling fan working? Is it clean? Who will maintain it? You get who will diagnose it if the warning lights come on. They may move from mechanic to mechanic spending money on guesswork. This does not mean a Prius or Aqua or Honda Fit or the Insight are bad. No. Actually, for someone who understands the hybrid and has access to proper diagnosis, they can be excellent cars. But if you are buying your first car and you do not understand hybrid systems at all, do not buy one blindly. A good hybrid saves fuel, but a bad hybrid can collect money it promised to save and take it away at once.
For the love of cars, Uganda, we roll. From the...
Now, of course, another category of cars that I personally think are not good for first-time car owners are these rare cars with difficult parts to find. Because these are cars that may look unique, beautiful, and affordable, but the parts are not easy to find. The seller may tell you the parts are there, but after buying, one small accident happens and you start looking for a headlight for weeks. Yeah, a sensor fails and nobody has it. A gearbox issue comes and every mechanic starts guessing. You see, one of the reasons I changed my Starlet before I give it away from turbocharged to naturally aspirated is because the turbocharged version is very hard to fix in Kampala. Very hard. Even finding a mechanic that understands it is hard. So I needed to give away a car that is a normal car. You see, rare cars might look unique, they look sexy, they look all that. But for a first-time car owner, this is dangerous because you are still learning. You're learning where to buy parts, which mechanics to deal with, yeah, which mechanics to trust, how to avoid being overcharged and all. You see, a common car looks very not special. It looks ish. But when it breaks down, a lot of people can help you. A rare car may look special, but when it breaks down, you can end up parking it for a very long period. So before you buy a rare car as your first car, you need to ask yourself, are the parts available? Are they affordable? Do the mechanics understand it? Does it share parts with other common cars? Can I get body parts quickly? Can I resell it later? Being different is nice, but for a first-time owner, being stranded is not nice. Onoonye ettaala nga baga singa libadde oli alibadde lyakamu kitundu naye teririiwo. Ettama ne lyonoona bampa neeyulika nga bampa ye bakubaawo yalibadde ya 3 naye teriiwo. There's a time a lady called me and she had knocked with her Lexus. We had to import a bumper from Nairobi. And it cost her 4 million shillings. Just buying it there. Buying from plus taxes plus transport. You get 4 million shillings. But she was rich. And she had knocked with the car without her husband knowing. So she had to replace the bumper really quickly. So guys, I want you to understand that all these cars that I've talked about as not being friendly for first-time car owners are not bad cars. Some of them are very good cars, but I've seen people experience this. I've in a way experienced it myself. There are some cars that you should leave for people that have experience maintaining cars. Some cars that you should leave for people that have driven cars for years. Because if you buy it now, you will enjoy it for a couple of months and then you'll start suffering. When I tell you, for example, we're in the field doing inspection and I tell you, maybe you should not be buying this car. What do you think about buying the other car? And you say, in a Moroka, egenda kumbeza wakabi, mbachali bangi, ngenda kubanze njina nze car. In my entire class of 2026, I am the only one that is driving it, my brother. You might suffer. I'd like to remind you that more than this will be taught at the Law for Cars Convention 29th August. You only pay 30,000 shillings. Tickets will be on sale 1st August. Yes. I do pre-purchase inspection, guys, in case you're buying a car and you need someone to give you guidance and help you make the right decision with the car you're buying. I am your man. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.